the timing of this DLC could not have came out at a worse time. So, earlier today it just came out that they have DLC for all the cars, like all the extra cars, and the legend driver Darrell Waltrip, which kind of had a feeling that they were going to do because Roots accidentally kind of found it. But he was just playing PS4 career mode one time, so not shocked by that, but the timing of this are absolutely horrendous. There is no other way around it. The fact that this game is in such a broken state, and then they come out and want more, people to, pitch in money, or not pitch in money, but give money to this. No. I think that's kind of obvious. No. This is one of those cases where I think fans definitely, and people that have either bought this game or people that have not bought this game, or whatever the case is, do not support this business model. Do not encourage this. Do not support this by buying it. This is horrendous. This is absolutely unacceptable. Do that. And Darrell Waltrip car isn't even right, too, because the color of the thing on the bottom part of the car is supposed to be orange, and then this is red. So they couldn't even completely do that right. And I don't even want to hear the excuse of licensing or other bullshit. That point is, it's not 100% accurate. So it's like, even that one small aspect, is it really worth $15 for all that? No, it's not. Considering this, like I said, considering this game and the state that's in, this is absolutely egregious and another horrendous case of just wanting more and more money. And it's really sad, but this is the state we're in with all these games now. And I think, we gotta make sure that we let them know, hey, we do not support this, do not buy this, and do not encourage this. Because if you just encourage them, it just enables them to repeat this cycle over and over again. And this is just ridiculous. It's just absolutely pitiful. It's just, I don't even care what I don't care what the excuse is. Oh, different teams working on it. That doesn't matter. The timing of this being released with how this game has been is absolutely disgusting. The game is in such a disgusting state, such a state of biblical proportions. I almost had a stroke, but that's what this game has done to me. It has made me forget all my brain cells, all one of them, and it's just gross. So despite all of that stuff, there's a couple of other different types of points I wanted to mention up. Just more weird investor call discussions. And all this stuff is from Austin Oganowski's Twitter and stuff he found. So he has here, the Q1 investor call for Motorsport Games claims 55 million users across all combined parent companies. In their second Q2 investor call for Motorsport Games, it's the identical script. Number has suddenly dropped to 16 million. So the biggest question that needs to be asked is, how do you lose 40 million users and no one addresses this? That is unbelievable. I mean, the stuff that they're claiming or saying here is honestly kind of insane. How do you lose 40 million people when a game there's no game even out yet? That's just absolutely insane. I mean, it's comical, the bonfire that this is, given this company, and just the dumpster fire that this all is. And it didn't need to be like this. It did not need to be like this. And I don't want to hear all this bullshit of them being forced to do it. I really think if they had the ball, it's one of those things where I don't know. I don't know what the circumstances were. Did they go to NASCAR and say, hey, we can't release this, it's not ready? And then NASCAR said it doesn't matter releasing it no matter what. If that's the case, then NASCAR is completely... If that's the case, honestly, if that is the case, then at this point, NASCAR does not deserve a game. It does not. Because if they're truly not going to give developers time to work on a game and not be willing to be lenient enough to push stuff back if things aren't complete, then they don't deserve a game. And I'll be better off without it. If that's like a scenario where Motorsport Games tried to get this thing pushed back, and again, this is all hypothetical. I don't want to say like this is the truth. This is just all like hypothetically speaking. But if that's the case, then NASCAR just simply does not deserve anyone to make a game licensing their stuff. Because if they're not going to let people to have time to develop a game, then, or at least properly do stuff, then they don't deserve it. So yeah, it's just been an utter dumpster fire, and the fact that, like I said, that they have this DLC come out before this patch even fixes stuff, like this just makes, no matter what, the timing of this is just awful. It makes them look, even if they're not trying to look bad, it makes them look incredibly bad. And it's just a disaster. I mean, comments across the board are just flaming them, and I don't blame them. I really don't. It's an ugly, ugly disaster. And it seems like you guys like it when I talk about it. I do want to echo it. I do want to pass that baton to other people. Disco Inferno is one of those people too, has been saying this for years, and I agree. A lot of the times when I make a video, sometimes I kind of echo the thoughts he has, and I don't mean to. It's just we kind of have similar opinions. But yeah, I saw his video today. I didn't even I saw it in my subscriptions. I didn't watch it because I was afraid I was gonna accidentally repeat things he said. So I wanted to say things in my own without watching that, because it seems to kind of happen. But yeah, this is just gross. It's a disaster. It's a mess. It's just such a comical disaster, and I'm kind of curious what the hell happens from here. I'm curious to see what happens. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Do not support, again, wrap this video up. Do not support this business model. Do not encourage these actions by buying this DLC or supporting it. $15 is absurd, no matter what. And considering this game is being in this kind of state, it is not even. It's an insult. It's just a complete utter slap to the consumer, once again. And you got to hit them where their wallet hurts. Either try to find some possible way to refund the game on PS4 and Microsoft, or just sell the game yourself somewhere. I don't know. It's just I've heard different things. So I feel bad for the people that can't properly get a refund. I think on Xbox you can, but there's a whole weird, you can only refund so many games a year. I don't know the whole context, but yeah, it's just, I'm just sitting back watching the fire. So yeah, that's my thoughts in this situation. I think it's pretty much kind of obvious what I kind of think about this whole thing, but how bad it is. But yeah, that's it. I'll see you later.